Okay, I'm feeling terribly hot right now, so let's get this over with fast. Video begins with me ranting about Ubisoft. Video ends with me ranting about Ubisoft. So basically, I was playing some games, and then suddenly I remembered that um, Assassin's Creed Shadows looked pretty good. I mean, it was looking pretty good, but then again, the reviews of that were not really that good. It was really a mixed bag, and when I actually went into an in-depth of the reviews, actually trying to make an informed decision before buying a game for once, I found out that this game actually suffered from the same fucking problems that Ubisoft games have been suffering for the last few years or so, which is the fucking bloat that these games carry. I don't know which fucking executives of Ubisoft actually think that quantity, more and more and more and more and more, is always and always and always preferred over a little bit, of quality. I don't know. I mean, Ubisoft just seems so fucking stubborn. And I say this because this game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, had a lot riding on it. We all know this, right? I mean, if you don't live under a rock and you're somewhat connected to the gaming world, you will know that Assassin's Creed Shadows was a huge, huge, huge investment for Ubisoft after the incredible failure that 2024 was for them as far as their multiple IPs are concerned. I mean, Star Wars, Outlaws, then that Avatar game, which nobody fucking talked about, then the last Far Cry game, and then that quadruple A game that Ubisoft made about, sailors and I don't know what, Skull and Bones or something like that. I don't even fucking remember that game because that game was so random. I heard later that that game was supposedly in development by Ubisoft for 10 or 15 years or something like that, but I swear I had never even heard about that game until like last year or so. Anyways, so it was a disaster. Each and every one of the games was a disaster. Avatar, I don't really know that much. Again, Avatar was just came and went and nobody gave a fuck, somewhat, I think, like that. Just a deserted street in a desert with tumbleweed running over, and there's just that's gone. Avatar is gone. That game is gone. Nobody fucking talked about it. It's all over. And then Assassin's Creed Shadows made a huge, huge, huge lot of noise. It has been making a lot of noise, for good or bad, because apparently, and this was what the news was, Assassin's Creed Shadows featured a black protagonist set in Japan. So you're basically playing as a black samurai. Now, this video that I'm making right now, this will not be concerned about that. Okay, I'm not getting into the nitty gritty of what is real, what should have been done, what is the moral thing to do, and whether or not Ubisoft should be making Assassin's Creed historically accurate when it has had a track record of making it incredibly historically inaccurate. I mean, Ezio was beating up the Pope in Assassin's Creed 2, whatever. But it really does not help that Ubisoft did claim in their own fucking, press meets or something like that, that Assassin's Creed Shadows will be very, very historically correct. It will be very historically accurate as possible or something like that. And that did not really age well with many of the Assassin's Creed fans, or with the gaming fans in general, because Yasuke was a very controversial figure or something like that. Let's not get into the nitty gritty of that. Even if Yasuke was a fantastic fucking character, it does not really help that Assassin's Creed Shadows suffers from the mediocrity of the recent Assassin's Creed titles, barring Assassin's Creed Origins. Please don't say anything bad about Assassin's Creed Origins. Please don't. Assassin's Creed Origins was pretty fucking good. I liked that. And I don't know why I liked it, because Assassin's Creed Origins is the originator of these RPG-styled Assassin's Creed games. And it does have a lot of content as well. So seemingly it gave birth to the bloat that we are currently experiencing in Assassin's Creed games. But Origins as a whole was always a very solid experience for me, probably because of the characters, probably because of the setting, probably because of the stories and stuff like that, and probably also because Assassin's Creed until then had been going into a certain direction which was not really working out, and then Origins was the new thing that came, and Assassin's Creed, nobody had really seen Assassin's Creed be an RPG or stuff like that, so maybe it had that novelty factor going for it. Anyways, Assassin's Creed Origins was definitely one of the greatest hits of Ubisoft. But Shadows, really, it was such a kicker. And this video that I'm really making it's not really even about Assassin's Creed Shadows, really. I don't fucking know what this video is even about. I just wanted to rant a little about Ubisoft having lost their fucking mojo or something like that. Because let's be real. Assassin's Creed Shadows is barely the fucking beginning of the problem of Ubisoft. Problems for Ubisoft began quite some time earlier. And they have been on this really descending slope up until now. And they have been going on a descending slope, and they keep going on into a descending slope. And now, from what I've heard, Tencent has bought 25% shares of Ubisoft company. So I don't really know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Definitely not a very good thing, because you're having to sell a 1/4 of your shares to a private company. That is not really good. That does not really reflect well. Plus, the Ubisoft stock prices is a beautifully descending slope graph over the years. So it is really an alarming sight if you're a Ubisoft employee. But depending on who you are, it might also be satisfying, because Ubisoft, let's really face the heat here, okay? This is the same company which said, or at least one of their high-ranking executives or whoever said, that you're really not owning the games that you're buying, you're just licensing it or something like that. I don't know exactly, I'm not exactly quoting him, but he said something along the lines of this. And basically there was another controversy that Ubisoft really suffered from recently, which is regarding another one of their games, which is The Crew. So The Crew, for people who remember or don't know, it was a racing game. And The Crew required you to stay online all the time. So it actually depended on online servers. So it was one of those games. It was one of those annoying games which has no offline mode or something like that. And you have to rely on online servers always. And basically what happened is Ubisoft recently closed all servers of The Crew. Which fucking means that even if you own a copy, a legally bought $60 full-priced version of The Crew, the game, you install it, you will not be able to fucking play that game. Because Ubisoft, the company which made that game, seemingly fucking deleted its servers or something, that they closed the servers. So basically, even if you own a game, you won't be able to play the game. That is next level fuck-upness or whatever. I don't know, I'm just fucking tripping here. How in the fucking hell is this fucking possible? You guys remember one of the greatest fucking racing games of all time, NFS Most Wanted? The old games, I'm not even talking about NFS, the recent ones, because I think the recent ones are also following this shitty model of online only fucking mode. I hate this model so much. If you are a multiplayer game, be a fucking multiplayer game. If you are not, why do you need to fucking stay online all the time for playing that game? It fucking makes no sense. I'm looking at you, what was that, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That game was one of those games, and it still is one of those games where you have to stay online all the time, and your server, your internet, just a minor hiccup, just for 1 millisecond your internet goes off, and poof, suddenly gone. You're fucking quitted out of the game. You return to the main menu. I have had this happen to me. And Breakpoint, it's so sad, because Breakpoint, again, one of those games which Ubisoft really released into a very, very, very shitty condition. I'm not just talking about the quality, I'm not just talking about the build of the game, I'm not just talking about the glitches and stuff like that, I'm talking about the actual fucking ideas on which the game was built, which is fucking RPG in a Ghost Recon game, which is absolutely insane. It was insane. Like, you could have literally fucking different guns, or the same gun, different variety, different models, and it was like a online hub-based game, which is so shitty. And then Ubisoft actually they listened to the complaints of the fans of Ghost Recon, and over the years they brought out updates, and now actually Ghost Recon Breakpoint is a pretty decent game. I've played that game recently and it is pretty fucking good. Although, again, same thing, open world, bloat is there and all that, but at least it's not as bloated as Ghost Recon Wildlands, which was like a whole fucking different level of bloat. Anyways, so see what I'm talking about here? This is not a recent problem. Ubisoft has had this problem for many, many, many years now. Because Breakpoint, Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands came out in, if I'm not mistaken, 2016. I think. 2016, if I'm not mistaken, 2016 or 17, something like that. Just fucking imagine, Ubisoft always prioritizing quantity over quality. Not always, because we also had the new Prince of Persia game, which I did not really play because I don't really play games like that where I can't really explain. It's like a 2D thing. I don't like to play games. I like my characters moving in 3-dimensional spaces. Thank you very much. But apparently that game was pretty good. That new Prince of Persia game, everybody was like, yeah, this is pretty good. I can't believe that this is from Ubisoft and stuff like that. So I'm going to take the word of majority of the crowd here, and I'm going to assume that game was actually pretty fucking good. Which is a shame again, because Ubisoft again went back on their fucking word and made Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, let's be honest, Assassin's Creed Shadows does really address a lot of the concerns that Assassin's Creed fans have had since the new recent RPG trilogy dropped, Assassin's Creed Mirage dropped. And yes, it is true that Assassin's Creed Shadows does improve on a lot of the things, because it is definitely a better game than Assassin's Creed Mirage. And it is pretty, I've heard that it is pretty fun to play sometimes and stuff. But again, this is the problem with Ubisoft games, and this has happened to me so many fucking times. I cannot even fucking count. I begin a game of Ubisoft, I start enjoying the game. It is always the case. I start enjoying that game, 30 minutes pass, an hour passes, 2 hours, 5 hours, even fucking 10 hours passes, and then suddenly the bloat starts to set in. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh my god. That game, I was enjoying that game. I really was. 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours in, and then this sudden grind and bloat started, and it just went on and on and on, and I was fed up. I just fucking dropped that game. I wouldn't even say midway. I just hadn't even finished like fucking 15% of that game, and I just dropped it. That is a problem with Ubisoft. This is a very big problem, and this is being reflected in their portfolios and stocks and stuff like that. And it is sad, because this is same company. This same company made iconic game series, game IPs. I'm not even talking about games, singular games. They fucking made popular fucking IPs. Remember Prince of Persia, the one which I'm talking about? I just was talking about Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia is one of the greatest fucking IPs. It is one of the greatest fucking series. Sands of Time, Warrior Within, Two Thrones. They're some of the greatest fucking games in my opinion. Then Splinter Cell. Oh my god. One of the greatest stealth series ever. Assassin's Creed. One of the most successful video game series of all time. What was the name of that game where you hack and shit? Watch Dogs. Yeah, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is also pretty fucking good. Watch Dogs 1, again, Ubisoft messed up. But then again, Watch Dogs 1 is a pretty decent game. If you subtract the whole lying about the quality and trying to show something which it was not, which Ubisoft actually fucking did, which was a pretty fucking shitty move on part of Ubisoft. But Watch Dogs was, irrespective of that, a pretty decent game in my opinion. It is a pretty decent game even now. Watch Dogs 2, on the other hand, pretty fucking amazing. It is amazing. Legion, again, had problems, but again, a decent game in my opinion. So Watch Dogs, again, another series which Ubisoft really, went out with. It is pretty fucking good. So this studio is a creator of successful IPs. And then to see them fumble so hard, not learning their lessons the proper way, and just keeping on digging their own grave is, I won't say satisfying, because I'm not the kind of guy who really wants this company to go down in flames. I really don't. I want good games out of them. I want good ideas from them. And I was thinking what Ubisoft really can do to bring back the old quality of the games. And I think some major brainstorming is required. The first thing that Ubisoft really needs to do is innovate while shedding off quantity, while shedding off bloat. They tried to do this in Mirage by shedding off the bloat, because Mirage is a pretty short game. But then again, you have to remember something, that Mirage was originally supposed to be a DLC for Valhalla first. Secondly, even though Mirage is a short game and it does not suffer from the bloat that the other Assassin's Creed recent titles do suffer from, you have to remember that Mirage did not really innovate that much. The stealth perspectives and all of that was really there, but it really was not enough. This enough factor comes back in Assassin's Creed Shadows, but so does the bloat. So, see my problem? See how Ubisoft keeps shooting their fucking leg off? They take one thing, make it right, another thing goes bad. This keeps happening, and they have to find that sweet spot. They have to find the right balance, because this is a gaming company I really, to this day, root for. They made me fall in love. One of my earliest fucking games was Far Cry 2. What a game. To this day, I still do not understand how it is so underappreciated. Far Cry 2 is one of the best fucking shooter games out there. One of the best experiences out there. And then I played Far Cry 3 and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And then I played Far Cry 4, which was decent. And then I played Far Cry 5, which was decent. Then I played Far Cry 6, which was bad. I played Far Cry Primal, which was okay. So Far Cry New Blood I never played, but then again, it was okay. So all of those games that came up after Far Cry 3 were basically Far Cry 3. This is, I think, a very popular complaint of the Far Cry games. Anyways, I think I've ranted enough. It is really sad. I keep saying this. I will keep saying this until the day Ubisoft actually does pull through. Then I'll be really fucking happy. Anyways, the video started with me ranting about Ubisoft. Video ends right here with me ranting about Ubisoft. Thank you.